Alright, so this is my third time recording this video. So I'm just gonna get to the footnotes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, real quick and all that, and then go about my day or whatever, you know what I'm saying. First things first though, I got a new PC, the Asus ROG Strix G16. It's a gaming laptop and all that. Got a microphone as well, a Shure MV7i microphones. It's like a podcasting microphone, whatever, you know what I'm saying. I needed that because I needed like a pop filter and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I got that going on or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Over here on the base, not a lot of things have changed. You know what I'm saying? I switched the storage system from over here to over there. I had an issue with game freezes. The game wasn't crashing; it was just freezing. That's because in the first section of the base, um, there's um, there's a Tom Simple storage crafting panel, whatever, connected to four large colossal chests or whatever, all connected together with trim. You know what I'm saying? That's what was causing the freezes or whatever. So in the process of trying to figure that out, that was over like 3 days or whatever. I eventually deleted EMI. You know what I'm saying? Which is a recipe viewer. It's like a layer that goes over JEI. So JEI is installed in this, and EMI is installed in this. EMI has a lot more features, including like a recipe breakdown where you see all the recipes and all that, and you can see the amounts of materials that you need for a particular recipe. So I'm losing that, but the pack is a lot more stable without it. And when I looked it up on Reddit and subreddit for Star Technology or whatever, a lot of people were saying that like don't keep items in with MBT data. That was the major issue in your storage system or whatever. uh, Items with MBT data would be like tools with damage values on them, or enchanted tools, enchanted armor, stuff like that, or whatever. So I made a armory cabinet from the functional storage mod, and separated all the MBT items and put them into the armory cabinets, and just did it that way. And ever since then, it's been stable. That was a couple of days ago. I'm officially an EV. You know what I'm saying? You can see with all the purple machinery or whatever. There's a lot of titanium that that I had to make or whatever. You know what I'm saying, in order to do this. And I switched out my coils to RTM alloy coil blocks or whatever. You know what I'm saying. This is the next tier up from Nichrome. So this is like the fourth tier, which makes this a lot more efficient. But there's a recipe that I couldn't run through the EBF, and so I'll get these coils, some ingot or whatever. I forgot what it was. I'm currently in the state of making tungsten steel, and I need a IV energy hatch to run a recipe through the vacuum freezer. You know what I'm saying? That's to actually cook up. I mean, to freeze the ingots or whatever, and it can only be IV or whatever. I need about three IV energy hatches or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So most of that stuff I was doing manually. The whole purpose is to get 256K A2 item storage cell or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But for that, I need a lot of tungsten steel. You know what I'm saying? So that's what this entire setup is. This is my new production line or whatever. This is Tungstate, uh, production line or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And right now, currently, I have 144 tungstate. You process this a little bit more. This is crushed tungstate or whatever. You process it a little bit more, and you get tungsten, which is a black dust or whatever, and you mix that with steel dust, and that's how you get tungsten steel, and that'll give me the basic base metal or whatever for IV, which is the next technological tier up. You know what I'm saying? Over there, where the distilleries at, I need another IV over there. You know what I'm saying? To run liquid in the air through it. You know what I'm saying? I have to distill that down to get radon gas. Radon gas is my only holdup currently. You know what I'm saying? And I'll showcase what that's actually for in a minute. You know what I'm saying? Over here, I did a little bit of cleanup. You know what I'm saying? Took the HV machines, made them HV, two HV machine stems. But the radon gas is what I need to actually make quantum eyes right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a basic component for the EV emitter. The EV emitter is for the ME assembler or whatever. So this is your actual path in the AE2. You know what I'm saying? I need this in order to make 256K ME storage cell, and then a lot of other components for AE2. So this is how they have it. You know what I'm saying? Currently in this version of the pack, before it was a lot simpler to get to AE2. But I updated the pack because I want to create six in it. You know what I'm saying, for the logistics components or whatever that got added to it. And I wanted to be able to use the chain conveyors to travel back and forth across my base before I had the hyper tubes and all that. You know what I'm saying? But in doing that, I made in updating the pack, I made it a lot harder for me to get to AE2. You know what I'm saying? So they moved it to basically EV age. So you have to do most of the stuff manually, or set up a very complex create system. You know what I'm saying, to do it. Which I never got around to. I never actually did. Always wanted to use the factory gauges. Never actually got around to it. But I'm pushing AE2 right now, so there's no reason to actually do it. You know what I'm saying? I still want to actually experience it, but it is what it is for right now. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what the hang up really is right now. You know what I'm saying? My jet boots is gonna die in a little bit. I still got 400,000 FE, so I'm still good for right now. Um, yeah, that's basically everything. You know what I'm saying? For the most part or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I did make some vanadium steel tools or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Got more in the backpack and all that. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to upgrade my tools, even though I have a mod in here that removes durability. That's from my own personal taste or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't like disintegrating tools that just disintegrate in midair. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I put it in. I've been playing with that mod for a little bit for the past couple of custom packs or whatever that I made. Uh, yeah, but once I get tungsten steel, then that is this is right here is the recipe, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's my entry into IV or whatever. And then the only thing I gotta make after that is the circuits. But once I get the ME assembler, then I'm just gonna focus on AE2 and making all the base components, and then that's gonna allow me to fully automate my entire base. That's where all my energy is gonna go towards. And so much so that I don't have to go into the storage system. I don't have to travel back and forth across the bases to get the stuff and all that. I'm gonna have like a wireless terminal or whatever that can access both of my storage systems. I can put everything into the cell or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Put it into the computer drives or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just access it that way, and they have pattern providers and processing patterns and all that stuff like that or whatever. So I could automate more just about all of these tasks or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't really have to touch anything. That's what I'm trying to move towards. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna make the rest of this pack a lot easier once I get the A2. And like I said, this is as far as I've ever been in GT or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just waiting to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to finish out this pack or whatever. I still have a lot of tiers to go though. You know what I'm saying? I still have like 8 or 9 more tiers to go. You know what I'm saying? This is just the start of some of the tedious and complex processing chains or whatever. You know what I'm saying? To get to stuff or whatever. But once I have A2, it makes everything a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna connect all of these drums up to the system. You know what I'm saying? All these fluids and gases and stuff is just gonna remain in the drums. All the dust that I have or whatever is gonna remain in the storage drawers. And I'm gonna take some of the ingots out and a lot of the dust out that I have right now in the storage system and put those in drawers as well. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else is just gonna go in the storage system, and then I'll be good to go for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So I got that, and I still have the colossal chest. You know what I'm saying? I just separated all of them. I broke the inventory trim that was connecting all of them together, and I'm gonna do what I did with my 4 module receiving system that I made like way in the beginning of this pack, and just have independent storage systems, and they all have independent inventory panels. And then I connect those 4 inventory panels to another inventory panel, so I can see everything that's in the entire system. That's what I'm gonna do with the A2 system. The same thing. You know what I'm saying? And then everything else that I have, I'm basically set on storage. Well, that's what I'm basically saying for the most part. Unless I get to the point where I need thousands and millions of stuff, which I am gonna get to that point at some point. Then I just upgrade the drawers and stuff like that, and just scale it up. You know what I'm saying, as needed or whatever. You know what I'm saying, and I'll be good to go. You know what I'm saying. Um, This took a little hot minute. I had all of these basic resources already. It was nothing really here that I had to build, except for this down here. You know what I'm saying? This down here is a large multi-block mixer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, everything here is self-explanatory. This is my old build for a sieving system or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So the way that I'm getting gravel and all of that into the system is down here with the ignition extruders and pulling all the cobble out of that, send them into forge hammers. Forge hammers is breaking that down into gravel. Gravel's getting sent over here. This entire thing right here is independently powered with these solar panels right here. They go into the RF cells or whatever, and then gets converted into EU. So Greg Tech can read the power unit or whatever, you know what I'm saying, then powers the machines. And then up here, I have more solar panels, you know what I'm saying, all connected to flux networks, flux plugs or whatever. So this basically provides wireless power, and there's two different networks. You got the yellow network here, and you have the pink network, which is, I named it three, and those are connected down here. The yellow network is connected to the HV machines. This is the whole processing line right here, and then the pink ones are all connected to this multi-block right here. And this multi-block is using EV. You know what I'm saying? EV power or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it uses 1,920 EU per tick. That's the reason why I need so many solar panels in order to power this. And the HV single block machines is one right here that gravel is going towards, and that's getting broken down and turned into stone dust, which is one of the base components that you need to make this work. This whole entire process here is I'm making molten ore right here, molten ore mixture. You know what I'm saying? Then processing the molten ore mixture, but you need stone dust, you need lava, and then you need any kind of crushed ore. You know what I'm saying? So it also functions as like a way to get rid of your garbage ores or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But all the ores that's being produced from up here is getting sent down here. You know what I'm saying? And they get sent over here. You know what I'm saying? Whenever this starts running or whatever, it takes that, melts everything down into a molten ore mixture or whatever. Then we take that mixture and it gets ejected out from over here, output hatch right here. And so the super tank right here gets sent into the distillery. Distillery distills that. You need about 10 buckets in here for this to start working. Distills it down. You know what I'm saying? And then sends it over here to the autoclave. This is basically set up. The circuit is set to 6, so it's only gonna make tungsten, molten tungsten. And then that gets sent over here to the autoclave. You put the molten tungsten in here with some stone dust, and then that gets turned into tungsten like ore. You know what I'm saying? Like raw tungsten ore or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And also supplying that right here stone dust, because this needs stone dust as well. And then once it gets turned into the ore, it gets sent over here to the macerator. The macerator breaks it down. You know what I'm saying? So you send one raw ore into here, and it breaks down into two. You know what I'm saying? Then the byproduct, which is manganese, which is good for stainless steel when you making stainless steel. It's one of the components or whatever. Gets sent down there, and then the product gets sent over here. So right now I'm sitting on 152. You know what I'm saying? Plus some metal mixture dust, which is also good as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you can get 20 buckets of molten ore mixture out of that. But I need an IV mixer in order to use this recipe. So that's what the tungsten steel is for. You know what I'm saying? And then this is as far as I got because you need to process this a little bit further. You need to run this through a chemical bath with hydrochloric acid, and hydrochloric acid is made out of hydrogen and chlorine. And both of those, I don't want to use. I don't want to use my supply on it right now. You know what I'm saying? I will to process this, but it's not going to be infinite. You know what I'm saying? I have to come up with an entire system to basically make hydrogen from scratch and make chlorine from scratch. So I have to go and look at the recipes again because I remember multiple steps to get chlorine. Like chlorine was like a byproduct of like electrolyzing or centrifuging some dust or whatever. and I forgot where I got the hydrogen from. There's multiple ways to get it, so I just need an easy recipe where I can make everything infinite. And once I do all of that, then I have straight tungsten. But for now, it's gonna be manual until I figure out uh, a more viable path. You know what I'm saying, to turn this completely into tungsten dust. You know what I'm saying. But right now, you see the process is real slow. I need a lot of tungsten steel, and this basically is gonna turn into 152 tungsten steel, which is not a lot. That's not a lot at all. You need way more than that. This is as fast as I can do it right now. I don't see any other recipes, and the way this pack is configured or whatever. This is basically gonna be it for right now. If there was any other solution to make this faster, I would have figured it out by now. But they kind of slowed the pack down because of that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of which, I feel like the pack, because I played this pack basically from the beginning. Uh, Even though this pack is technically still in beta, you know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it was a lot funner in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I feel like too many elements is Gregified. I still want to get to the end because, like I said, this is the first time getting this far in GT. I played GT multiple times ever since 1.7.10, and this is the farthest I've ever gotten. You know what I'm saying? I played GT and H, and I just realized that it's not as difficult as everybody makes it. GT in general is not as difficult as everybody makes it seem. You know what I'm saying? It's just time consuming. You know what I'm saying? But GT and H is super time consuming. You need to play that on the server. And I don't usually play my packs on the server, but next time I try to go and play GT, I'm gonna play it on the server. Um, yeah, that's what it basically is. You know what I'm saying? So for the most part, I think I covered everything. You know what I'm saying? This took a lot of time, as with everything else. You know what I'm saying? It always takes a lot of time to get all of this up. It sounds, I make it sound, really simple. Like the whole entire process is like the abridged version of it, but it's longer than that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna get back to it or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Probably not today. Let's come back to this tomorrow or something like that, and work on it a little bit more, and then try to get into what's in next time or the next couple of videos or whatever. I should be in AE2, at least the early beginnings. You know what I'm saying? I already have uh an ME cube. I already have one of them, and I have the storage cells already. You know what I'm saying? I already have the base components for this. Like I said, I just need the ME assembler or whatever to make the 256. And I haven't really looked at all the other base components yet, but that's stuff that I'm gonna get into. I have a ton of stuff, A2 components or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Waiting to be turned into recipes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's it for right now.